Welcome to Nebraska here in the Nebraska Speedway for race number 6 out of 15 here in season number 4. 38 car field, 10 laps ahead of us here today. Here are your standings going into the race. Martin Truex Jr. leads the standings with Ryan Blaney right behind him. Denny Hamlin in third, and last week's winner Kevin Harvick 7th in the point standings after that win at Bristol put him deeper into the playoffs. After the conclusion of race number 10 at Homestead, Miami, 12 drivers will contend for the playoffs and the running for the championship. The 4th championship up for grabs after the regular season is over and we head over to Milwaukee for the championship race. The first road course race of the season as well here at the Roval in Nebraska. 6 turns around this Roval here. AJ Allmendinger sits on pole. We'll get to his lap real quick. He'll take us around this track. So you're trying to see how drivers will need to utilize these corners and how hard it is to get around. Here it is right here. AJ Allmendinger takes the green flag through turns 1 and 2 of the oval section down the backstretch with a hard braking zone, down with a sharp left turn, a bit of an S there through the carousel for turn number 4, and then through 5 and 6 back onto the oval section. That completes a lap here, and AJ Allmendinger, as we said, the favorite to win and on pole. This is his first full-time season in the AAPCS, so this is the best that he has ever qualified. Last time he qualified up front this far was Watkins Glen back in season number 3. Can AJ Allmendinger contend for the hold off everyone in the field today and win it here? We'll have to wait and see. And then Ryan Preece, he's now in the 41. Bit of silly season news going into this race. Ryan Preece now in the 41. Cole Custer, where does that put him? In the 15, where Ryan Preece once drove. He will be replacing Cole Custer in that 41 in that United Rentals Ford Fusion. As well as Carson Hocevar, he's now full-time in this season, this time in the 42. As for Ty Dillon, he goes to the 77. As for Josh Bilicki, well, he's just not going to be racing anymore, unfortunately. So Carson Hocevar is full-time, Ty Dillon still stays full-time, and then here we go with William Byron. Won here in season number 3. He swept the 2 Nebraska races. He's also a winner this season with a race win at Auto Club back in race number 2. Look for that 24 machine to possibly run up front here, although his times did not match what he was able to put up in the Gen 6 car a season ago. And the drivers are going to be rolling off here. Let's get to your starting lineup. AJ Allmendinger, the dinger on the inside on the pole with Tyler Reddick in the 8 on his outside. The fan favorite of Chase Elliott to the inside of Christopher Bell, with Daniel Suarez and Kyle Larson in row number 3. Suarez finished a runner-up in the standings last season, so he may be in contention this year. Ryan Blaney to the inside of Michael McDowell and Season 2 champ Denny Hamlin in row number 5, with William Byron, last season's winner here, on his outside. And then Chase Briscoe, the winner at IRP earlier this season, with Martin Truex Jr. in row number 6. As the rest of the field is going to go by here, we got teammates. Season 1 champ Kevin Harvick to the inside of Ryan Preece. Those two had great qualifying efforts here today. SHR with a great qualifying effort all around. Almirola is the only one from that team that really struggled, but Briscoe being the best to qualify out of them. And then obviously Harvick, Preece, and then Almirola is how they qualified in that team's order. But here we get the rest of the field here as Ty Dillon, like we said before, in the 77 now, with Jimmy Johnson joining us here for this weekend. And then, of course, as we said, Cole Custer now in the 15 with BJ McLeod to his inside in the final row. Let's go ahead and take a look at your info for this race. AJ Allmendinger sits on pole. 10 laps here ahead of us. The first road course race of this season with a 38-car field. These guys getting ready to turn left and right here today. Coming off with turn number 6. Green flag waves in the air. AJ Allmendinger leads them down to the line. Elliott on the inside, already making a move on Tyler Reddick for second. They go down into the infield road course section. Allmendinger leads them coming off of turn number 6 onto the oval section. he leads the first lap here today. Elliott trying to run him down in that second place position. Now back down into the infield section here as we got a bit of a flyby on the carousel for turn number 6. Once again, Allmendinger leads the second lap of the day. Elliott trying to make a move, trying to get a run around him. We see Christopher Bell making a move for third place on Tyler Reddick. He gets a little loose coming off of that rumble strip, and he's going to be able to keep that third place position. Allmendinger still leading here. Elliott not been able to make a move, nor been able to make a run. Bell is looking to maybe charge on the 9 car. As you get a bit of a flyby here through the carousel, they go, oh, and there's a caution. Big crash. Oh, Martin Truex Jr. on his side, and Austin Cindric buried underneath him. Let's take a look here. Oh, man, it looks like Truex locked up the tires big time, and Cindric burying his nose, his Penske machine, right underneath the JGR Toyota of Martin Truex Jr., and safety crews there really quickly. Martin Truex Jr. seems to be okay, but on his side is not a good way to end your day. He's going to be able to get pulled to the garage area, though. Cindric also seemed to be okay. Here's the choose cone as it went by. Christopher Bell chooses the outside, with A.J. Allmendinger choosing the inside, that preferred lane. Elliott right down there with him. Green flag's back in the air. 3 wide for the race lead. Here comes Elliott down on the bottom. He clears A.J. Allmendinger for the race lead. Suarez gets up into third now, and Allmendinger falls to second, and Elliott's trying to lead here at the Roval. He almost won here a season ago. Finished third there in that race to his teammates. Or to his teammate. Here goes A.J. Allmendinger down to the inside, back into the oval section. He's a little loose. He's going to maintain the lead, though, as Elliott now falls back to second. Allmendinger now leads with only 4 laps remaining here. Here comes Elliott back down to the inside on the oval section. Down the backstretch they go. Elliott leads in the Roval section. Through the carousel they go. Allmendinger trying to put the bumper to him. Oh, there's a caution. Big crash in the back once again. This time Chase Briscoe goes around and collects Denny Hamlin in the mix. Chase Briscoe high center on the wall. Let's take a look and see what happened here. It looks like Briscoe's rear tires locked up. Denny Hamlin had nowhere to go, and he got collected in the mayhem hard into the outside wall as well. Chase Briscoe mounted on top of that wall. Hamlin went hard into the outside wall, the driver's side. Safety crews are there attending to the drivers. Briscoe going to be out of the race, and so is Denny Hamlin. Big damage to those 2 cars. Back to the choose cone here, looking for a 2 lap to go restart. Daniel Suarez on the outside lane. Can he do something around Chase Elliott? Green flag's back in the air. 2 to go here in the Roval. Elliott out to the jump. Suarez doesn't get a good jump. Here comes A.J. Allmendinger down to the inside. He takes over the lead from Elliott. Through the carousel they go. Allmendinger leads. The 16, the 999 are the top 3. White flag in the air. Allmendinger got a little loose coming back onto the oval section. Down the back they go. Can Elliott do anything here as they make the sharp left turn? Allmendinger goes wide. Elliott's trying to take advantage around the outside in the carousel. Through turns 5 and 6, Elliott is going to win it here in Nebraska with A.J. Allmendinger just coming up short with that late race mistake. It's what cost him here as the 9 of Chase Elliott makes it around turns 5 and 6 with the lead, and he wins it in Nebraska with a last lap pass. He's burning it down here in front of the fans on the front stretch. The 9 of Chase Elliott back in victory lane. Hasn't been to victory lane since Homestead of season number 3. Here are your results. Elliott, of course, your winner, with A.J. Allmendinger finishing a solid second. Should have won here today, except for that last lap mistake is what cost him, with Suarez and Michael McDowell finishing 4th here today. What a great run for him. And Ryan Preece getting the first top 10 in the 41. And as we see here, Martin Truex Jr., your points leader. As a matter of fact, we didn't mention that earlier, but Martin Truex Jr., your points leader, ending his day on his side. Not going to be the points leader anymore after today, I guarantee it. But he's going to take a lot of damage in the standings here. But it was a great race today at the Roval. Very exciting finish. Let's take a look and see your point standings. Chase Elliott is atop the board here with Ryan Blaney, his buddy, right behind him in second place. Kyle Busch in third, with Kevin Harvick, the Season 1 champion, in fourth place. Bubba Wallace, the Daytona 500 winner, back in the top 10 in points. And Brad Keselowski looking in from the outside of the playoffs as of right now. A lot going on with the playoffs. Gonna have to watch that bubble, as it's only the top 12 in the standings that make it into the playoffs. And of course, we see here Cole Custer in the 15 now, as we've said plenty of times already. But it was a great 10 laps here today at the Roval. Chase Elliott comes home the victor for the first time since Homestead of season number 3. A great victory for the 9 car. Didn't have the best start to the season, but have been able to rebound the past couple of weeks. So, a great day for the 9. Sucks for the 16 of AJ Allmendinger. Definitely should have won here today. But again, that last lap mistake is what cost him the victory here today in the race. Well, let's take a look and see where we're going to be going next. We're going to be going super speedway racing at a 1.5 mile track. It's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, for the Atlanta Motor Speedway, race number 8. It's going to be a fun one. Hometown hero from Dawsonville, Georgia, wins here today. Can he win in his hometown? You guys are going to have to see and find out.